YouTube channel. I'm doing a series on the principles of wealth creation. I did an introductory session some days ago. Hope you've watched that video, introduction to principles of wealth creation. So today I'll be doing a continuation of my series on principles of wealth creation. In the last video I mentioned that wealth is created when you can make money, manage money, and multiply money consistently. So you become rich over time when you can constantly make, manage, and multiply money. So basically, the principles of wealth creation is categorized into three categories of principles for wealth creation. The first category is the money-making principles. So they are principles that can make you make money. The second category is the money-managing principles. Money management principles. So we have money-making principles, we have money management principles, and finally, there is the money multiplying principles. So three categories: money-making principles, money managing principles, and money multiplying principles. So in this video, I will be focusing on money making principles. So let's go. So what are the principles that can ensure you make money consistently? I'll be sharing with you three of such principles. The first one is the principle of aspiration. The principle of aspiration. Then the next one is the principle of attention. The principle of attention. And the last one under money-making principles is the principle of value creation. So aspiration, attention, value creation. Those three principles will ensure that you make money consistently. Okay? So without wasting time, let's start with the principle of aspiration. The principle of aspiration. If you want to become wealthy, you must develop a burning desire for wealth. You must do what? Develop a burning desire for wealth. You must want it so much that you give all that it takes to get it. Just wishing for wealth is not enough. Okay? Everybody has wishes, even the poor. Okay? But for you to make money, there must be a strong desire to actually accumulate wealth. So wishes are passive, definitely not enough to make money. But the desire becomes active. Why does your desire become active? Because there is a propelling your desires or your aspiration. It propels you to do the necessary for you to what? Accumulate wealth. Okay? So your aspiration or desire for wealth will propel you to do the needful. It will propel you to do the necessary. So quickly I'm going to share with you 6 things that your desire for wealth will propel you to do. What are those things that a burning desire to accumulate wealth will propel you or energize you to do? Okay, number one is that it will propel you to pursue knowledge. Okay, we're in an information age, and there are certain things you will know now that will dramatically change the complexion of your finances. So, a burning desire to accumulate wealth will propel you to pursue knowledge. You go for knowledge. You want to learn this. You want to know this. You want to get value-adding information that can trigger a turnaround in your finances, especially knowledge with respect to finances. Especially with knowledge with respect to what? Finances. Number 2 thing that your desire for wealth will propel you to do: mindset upgrade. Mindset upgrade. Don't forget that wealth creation starts with your mind. It starts with your mindset. And many persons are poor because of the nature or the kind of mindset they have when it comes to money making. Okay, so one of the things that your burning desire to accumulate wealth or your aspiration for wealth will definitely prepare you to do is to upgrade your mindset. Upgrade your mindset. How will you get to upgrade your mindset? Through reading financial books, attending seminars, connecting with financial mentors, people that has gone through the routes that you plan going through. So by your association with such people, there's a rubbing off on you that will definitely energize your mindset and help to expand the scope of your thinking with respect to finances. And before you know it, your financial level, your financial status is changing. Okay, now what is another thing that your desire for wealth will propel you to do? Acquire relevant skills. Definitely, when there's a burning desire to become wealthy, you will match it up by going to acquire relevant skills that you can monetize in the marketplace. We're in a skill-based economy where people will pay you for what you can offer, the value, the skills, your competence, your level of excellence. So definitely your desire for wealth creation will propel you to acquire relevant skills, not just any kind of skills that are in high demand, skills that you can monetize. Okay? Another thing your desire for wealth will do for you is that it will make you work hard. Lazy people do not accumulate wealth. They can't accumulate wealth. So you can't be sleeping all day and you expect to make wealth. Definitely not. So that burning desire to acquire wealth will propel you to be on your toes in terms of working hard. Okay? Your diligence and commitment to hard work will eventually pay off over time. Okay? Now, another thing your desire for wealth creation will propel you to this, to build relationships. A relationship on its own is capital. By the time you begin to build right relationships, it will begin to influence your finances positively. So these are definitely things that, and the sixth one is create value. Create value, definitely your desire to make wealth will actually push you to create value. And when we talk about value, we are talking about being useful to other human beings through offering relevant products and services. We're going to talk about that a little more even as I go further. So let me quickly go to the second principle for wealth creation, the principle of attention. The principle of attention. Now, note this: whatever you give attention to, energy is generated for you to produce it. Anything that you give your attention to, energy is what? Is generated. Energy is generated for you to be able to what? To produce it. So where your focus goes, energy goes. Anywhere your focus goes, energy also goes. And where energy flows, result also shows. I don't know whether you just got what I said. I said where your focus goes, energy flows. And when energy flows, result will also what? Show. Now, if you want to be rich, then you must be ready to pay attention to financial matters. You can't be rich if you don't pay attention, not just attention, sufficient attention to things that pertain to finances. So I'm going to share with you some things that you should pay attention to if you actually want to make wealth. If you are serious about amassing wealth, then there are certain things you must be willing to pay attention in line with the principle of attention. So what are these things I should pay attention to? Number one, pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your strength. Pay attention to your potentials. Pay attention to your giftings. Pay attention to those things that you are very good at. Okay? If you want to make wealth, then you must pay attention to yourself. Know your strength. Your strength has monetary value. Your giftings have monetary value. Your potentials have a financial worth. So you have to pay attention to it and find ways to monetize it. Okay? Another thing you must pay attention to is pay attention to problems around you. We've said it and we'll keep saying it. Anywhere there is problem, money is there. If you want to make money, you must pay attention to problems. Every time you solve problems for people, you get paid. Okay? So if there's anything you must pay attention to, problems is one of it. You must pay attention. What are the problems around you? What are the problems in your neighborhood? What are the problems in your state, in your local government, in your vicinity? Okay, pay attention to those problems. Very, very important that you do so. Okay, another thing you must pay attention to is financial education. It's not enough to get certificates. Over time we have discovered that even those with all these certificates in the world, they struggle to get any headway in their finances because something important was not paid attention to. And what's that thing? Financial education. Financial education. You can be academically literate but financially illiterate. Nothing, next to nothing about knowledge of finances, about money making, about business, about raising capital, about marketing, about sales, about business strategies. So pay attention to financial education. You must be willing to commit yourself to continuous financial trainings and education. Very, very important that you do so. Also pay attention to trends in the society, in the business world. Know what is happening in the fashion industry, in the music industry, in different lines of business, in entertainment world. Know what is in the business world. Know what is happening. Know the trends in the society. Know where the needs of people are shifting to, and figure out ways to meet them where they want it or how they want it. Very, very important. Okay, pay attention to opportunities around you. Also, you should also pay attention to your customers and clients. Finally, the principle of value creation. The principle of value creation. Now, when we say value creation, we are talking about meeting the needs of people through products and services. If you want to make money, you must be able to meet the needs of people through what? Products and services. Everyone has needs. When you become a solution provider, when you become someone through whom solutions are being released to people in terms of what they need, in terms of areas of their want, then you make money. The more useful you become to other human beings, the wealthier you become. So those are three basic principles that can help you make money: the principle of aspiration, the principle of attention, and the principle of value creation. Thank you. See you next time.